This is more of a tour flight. Yesterday we had a live session. It was actually a test. I never did streaming before, and my son and some friends of his wanted me to try it, and they wanted me to land on a difficult airport. So the flight was from Lisbon to the island of Madeira in Portugal. Actually, it's part of Portugal. So and it's actually a very interesting landing, as you can see. The airport is right on the Atlantic Ocean. So what I would like to do now is because I've never been on this island. It looks very pretty. So I'd like to do a tour of the island and see how it looks on virtual reality. So while the simulator is loading, I'm going to, well, we just have to wait at this point. We could ask departure, and let me see if I should file with sim brief. A new flight, but not sure if it makes any sense. Departure and an arrival to the same airport. So anyway, the airport code is LPMA. Maybe we'll just start from here. And it's evening now, so I'm gonna change the time to 2 p.m. or maybe morning. So it's gonna be LPMA. Okay, this is a flight from Madeira Airport which is part of Portugal. This is an island in the Atlantic Ocean. As you can see, the location of the island is here. This is a flight which I did yesterday. I did it for the first time live. So this is actually Porto, Portugal to Madeira, and a very interesting airport. So basically you have to do a U-turn to land, and you have to get very close to the mountain. The flight was successful. And for me, it was the first time to do it live. I never did it before. My son asked me to do live, and there were like 17 people watching, other friends and so on. So I am not gonna start from any ramp. I'm just gonna start from here, and I changed the aircraft. Yesterday I used the Embraer Phenom 300E. This time I'm going to just use the Cessna 172, and I'm gonna change it to VR. Now it's just so the clouds, maybe I should change the clouds as well, make it a little bit less cloudy. Let me see, customs weather, not live weather. I'm gonna do clear sky. So the purpose of this is to do a tour of the island. So I need clear skies, and I set it in the evening, so it's not too bright, and maybe it looks much better, the picture. I'm gonna pause for a second. Okay, gonna switch. I'm going to switch to the virtual reality. Here we go. Let me adjust the seat. I'm a little low. Little forward. Let me remove this. Can I remove it? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Everything is prepared already for the flight. I see. I'm just gonna remove the handbrake. Okay. And I don't need any. It's not an IFR and control tower. I think it's just, you know, just a quick flight. So this one is good. So let's see. Okay, let's start. Flaps are already set. Flaps up. It looks like a beautiful island. Let me see from outside. What we are going to do, we're gonna basically circle the island and come back. The sea here must be really beautiful because it's in the Atlantic Ocean, but also a little south, so probably warm and distant enough from you know, the continent, so most likely it's like in the Caribbean. It's very, they have a lot of mountains and cliffs. And some mountains are quite high, actually. Wow, it's really beautiful. There is a lot of nature. I'm gonna trim a little bit the aircraft. I want to keep at this altitude. Porto da Cruz. Trimming the aircraft.
Cessna 916, leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
Madeira Tower, Cessna November 65916, frequency change.
Now this you know, obviously if you know, if you are an expert in aviation or if you are a hobbyist, you know the Cessna 172 is probably one of the most popular aircraft, highly used for training, easy to fly, no complex at all. This has the Garmin 1000 glass cockpit, but still basic instruments as well. So we are now at 2,600 feet, and I'm going to add a little bit of air. Still climbing, so I'm gonna trim again. I really want what I could do, I could actually select the altitude and maybe this one, and put the autopilot on. Check. Yeah. All right. So I'm just gonna keep my altitude. I just have to change the throttle. So they have, well, that looks like a racetrack or something, go-kart track. They don't have many beaches here, but they have a beautiful beach over there. Unless that is, I don't know, it must be a track. I mean, they have cliffs. I don't know how they get to those beaches. I mean, I do see a road, like a mountain road. It's a very pretty island. The beautiful view. I mean, the weather here must be fantastic. The air must be extremely clean. Probably have a lot of access to fish. And may be expensive because being an island, everything has to be carried here. But it looks very pretty everywhere. There is a lot of single family, I mean, they have houses, but I don't see tall buildings. Really mountainous. They have a lot of mountains here, very hilly. Why I'm gonna use the okay, let's do this. Okay. I was probably trying to return to the airport with the autopilot on, so I changed to heading. It's a big island. I mean, not huge, of course. I mean, we should be going around in 15 minutes, but recently I visited the island or Isola di Lampedusa Island, that belongs to Italy. And It's closer to Africa than to Italy, and the island is really small. A lot of tourism basically there, but I can imagine here with all these houses and people, there is obviously, and I would have to check, could be a lot of tourists, and I'm not sure if this island produces anything. Certainly they have maybe livestock, agriculture. I don't see any industrial area for the moment. I see basically a lot of like single family homes, little ports. People may have boats. Unfortunately, very few beaches. Let's look from the outside. Okay, we need to change the course a little bit before we hit that mountain. I don't see any major river or waterfalls. A lot of nature. A lot of nature. I see some agriculture. Agriculture. Let's see there. The roads. More houses. Let's move to the, move towards a little bit to the north. Let's move away from the island so we have a better view. Some beaches there. Those guys are lucky. More agriculture. It is very pretty. I mean, I can imagine those houses in the middle of that valley. First of all, how do they get there? I don't know. Must be a challenge, but it must be so peaceful over there. Those guys down there, they probably have a beautiful access to the ocean, nice beaches. There is obviously a road, probably a main road going through. trying to figure out if they have any galleries or the road goes around. It looks like the road goes around. That would be a very long gallery, and that's, you know what? I see like a highway over there. It's probably a gallery, tunnel. So they must have tunnels connecting. And of course mountain roads. You can see one over there. This is probably a town by itself with their own little port. Agriculture. Very pretty. There is a town up there. Let's see if we can. Maybe we need to ascend a little bit. Let me see. Let me go to 3,500 feet. Okay, let's do that. Go up. And in the meantime, let's follow the island. We are ascending at 500 feet per minute, not so bad. Keep on following the island. There's a town up there, you can see. It's definitely a town. Probably can go over it. A lot of agriculture here as well. Didn't see any golf course, but it may not show in the simu. No, maybe that one is a golf course. I'm sure they have. It's just gonna be a difficult golf course. So let's follow the island. I see beaches down there, which is impossible to reach. But look at the view, right? I mean, look at the place. There's definitely a lot of people living here because there's a lot of houses. Unless these are like vacation homes. And the island has no industries so far. Nothing big, at least. Most likely tourism. Okay, let me check. Okay, so we we're going, the speed is good, 116 knots. I mean, the flight simulator of today, it's really amazing. You know, it looks so realistic, and I know that is all streamed and from something like Google Maps, or I think it's Microsoft Maps, or whatever they use, Bing, or but I can imagine the more powerful the computer become and the better the technology, that we will probably be able to see the world even more precise the way it actually is, using the virtual reality. I mean, this is already looks quite amazing. I know it's not the same when you look at the screen like this, but when you have these goggles, you really feel you are actually flying, and your image is all 3D, and it's pretty cool. I mean, you have the sensation of the altitude. Yeah, you can see they have bridges over there, so obviously they have, there it is. So there are highways going through mountains or hills. They must have a lot of tunnels, so they must have invested a lot. So the island of Lampedusa, which I saw the other day, also virtually had an area which was all like this, high cliffs and so on. But then towards the east part of the island, it really was flat, a lot of beaches, hotels, the airport, and so on. I mean, I can see probably those are beaches, and maybe not sand beaches, could be also rocky beaches as well. Considering this island looks like a volcanic island, so it may not be. Maybe the small ones they brought the sand there, but I doubt that these are. I mean, there are too many. There are not many sand beaches here. There are ports though, little ports. So you can have your little boat here and or big boats. I mean, must be quite deep. The island here. That's a bigger port. I haven't seen any cruise ship port, but most likely that will be close to the airport. I have to make sure we don't run out of fuel, but everything looks fine. Should maybe reduce the RPM a little bit. Okay. 110 knots. Yeah, it's a beautiful island. I mean, I wouldn't mind to live here. The problem is that if you want to get out of the island, you have to fly. And it's not a small distance, so I mean, it took with a business jet, the Embraer Phenom 300E, about 300 knots, speed. It took about 2.5 hours. Those are boats, private boats. Most of the people in the world don't see these beautiful places. They don't have the opportunity. But now with computer technology at the level we have today, and the virtual reality technology that is improving more and more, they will be able to see the world at least more or less how it's gonna look like. So we are now at the south part of the island. And reaching another inhabited area with a lot of houses, so most likely a city or a town. I mean, these cliffs are tall, to bring, to build this elevation. It looks like a river. I mean, if it rains here, obviously the water has to go somewhere, right? It's going to go down the valley and there will be rivers, but I wonder if they have water all the time. This is a big town, and I see industries here, actually. It will be interesting. I should have done my research before this trip so I could have described what I see, but I see definitely big building industry over there. This is definitely, yes, residential, but not like the area that we have seen before. So pretty. So we are going to, I mean, it looks like the coast of the island, it's really more or less the same. I mean, I can imagine those houses. I mean, those are big houses actually, so those are buildings, but I can imagine these houses in the valley like that. I'm not sure what type of storms they get. I don't think they get hurricanes. Hurricanes usually they form in the center of the Caribbean, and then they move towards the United States. I'm not aware of hurricanes this area, but I may be wrong. But I mean, they definitely must have water here, so I can see the water going through. I mean, that's a river, right? Yeah, that's a river. But the water is coming when it rains. I don't think they have any snow here, any glacier. And again, cliffs. And see big roads going through tunnels. But if they have a train system or they all rely on cars, I mean, you know, and if they rely on cars, they obviously need a lot of gasoline to be transported here. Okay, that area is not mountainous, so they have maybe more beaches over there. Looks like a big residential industrial area. Again, beautiful view. I see definitely tall buildings. Let's go over it. Maybe a shopping center. See a stadium. It looks like a shopping center or an industry, and tall building too. So this may be, I don't have the name here, I should have searched, but that is a soccer stadium. They play soccer in Portugal, yes. You can see it's a soccer stadium. Okay, that's either an industry or shopping center, and it is a big one. There are industries down there as well. I see probably those tanks for the fuel. Port. This is probably the main city in Madeira, maybe called Madeira. I'm quite sure in future the quality of the building will improve. I mean, mine it's already set quite high, but I cannot go higher because my GPU is a 580, but my PCU is a 7000. I need to change it to a bigger. Yeah, definitely big buildings here. You can see. Yeah, this is the biggest city. Definitely biggest city, and I can see yeah, huge pools and you know, industry as well. I mean, it goes up so high, all these houses, huh? And a port, and I can see, although the view, it's not 3D of the whatever is on the port, but most likely a cruise ship. But that's definitely a big port. That looks nice. Big building. So there is a small yacht or cruise ship, and there is a big container ship. The bigger one, the biggest one, there looks like. Actually, I'm not sure. I think no, that's a cruise ship as well. That one is a big yacht. This is a cruise ship. I thought it was a container ship, but although it appears to be a container ship, it's not. Because I saw a pool on top. But look how many houses here. Wow, it's beautiful. It's really big, this city. I mean, I see houses so close to the edge of the cliff. I would be scared just to walk outside. I mean, I think there is a pool over there right on the cliff. I mean, first of all, how do they build something like that? And second, I mean, I can imagine this is probably not, it's probably hard, you know, rock, so not like in some areas where, you know, it breaks and after a hurricane it starts falling down. Look at that road. That road is going to like a beach over there. A lot of houses here, buildings, some commercial, highway as well. They definitely have a good network of highways here. And I think we can see the airport. Right, so I'm gonna ask for permission to land. Civil, Madeira LPMA, request full stop landing.
Madeira
Okay.
Tower, Cessna November 659er16 is 5 miles southwest.
I'm gonna remove the
3500
autopilot.
with Quebec to land.
It's gonna be
Cessna November 659er16,
VFR landing.
Madeira Tower. QNH 101 tree. Make straight in runway 05.
Gonna put flaps on. Flaps 1. We need to reduce the altitude. Gonna trim the aircraft. Flaps 2. Full flaps.
Cessna 9er16, acknowledge last transmission.
Yeah, this co-pilot.
Fly straight in runway 05, Cessna 9er16.
Okay, we can see the runway. It's gonna be a VFR
Cessna
landing. I mean, we could do
9er16, wind calm, clear to land runway 05.
we could do your airspeed is too high.
Clear
Yes.
to land
I
runway
know.
05, Cessna 9er16.
I know we have to land about 60 knots. Altitude is too high, yes. Yes, you can see the 4 dots on the left and on the right means I'm too high. The normal or correct altitude would be 2 red and 2 white. Those are called puppy lights. So first red is out. We should see the second red. Yeah. Okay, now we can't lose any more altitude. So we're going to accelerate because now we're going too low.
500.
So I'm going to keep this altitude. Okay. Lower a little bit. We are fine. It shows I'm too low, but it's not. I mean, I can accelerate and gain a little bit. Okay, then we can now land slowly. We need to glide a little bit. Okay, let's move to the center a little bit. Just glide slowly. We have plenty of runway. Glide, 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 glide. Okay, there we go. Flaps up.
Cessna 916, turn next taxiway.
Yeah, let's find out where is the next taxiway. I know there was one at the end of the runway. I was hoping to catch the first one, but we need to let the taxi light in the meantime. Remove the land lights.
Cessna 916, exit runway when able.
Okay, here we go. Oh, I was going a little fast.
Cessna 916, contact ground on
It's
124.66.
almost at the end like we did yesterday.
124.66 for Cessna 916.
Okay, let's see, what gate does he want me to go to?
Madeira ground, Cessna November 65916. Taxi to the gate.
Cessna November 65916.
Okay,
Taxi to
A10.
gate Alpha 10 using taxiway Bravo Alpha.
So we know that the last one is the 17 from yesterday. Now I'm quite familiar with this
Cessna
airport.
916, did you copy?
Yeah, I don't know why she doesn't reply. Now I have to say again,
Madeira
because I have no
ground,
other
didn't
option.
copy. Please say again for Cessna 916.
Cessna November 65916. Taxi to gate
Sometimes I
Alpha
have these
8 via
glitches.
taxiway Bravo Alpha.
Okay, but it doesn't give me the option to reply. I say again, that's it. Anyway, number 10, so we are 16 here, 18,
Cessna
5,
916,
4.
acknowledge last transmission.
I cannot acknowledge, I have no option to acknowledge, see? I have no option. I have no option. Okay, 3, 2, 12, 12.
Cessna 916, please acknowledge.
Yeah, sometimes I get stuck on this thing. Anyway, I do see the person there waiting for me. This is the A10. Very well marked airport, by the way.
Cessna 916, ATC service is terminated. Good day.
Okay, well, we didn't get an option, so I'm gonna park here. It's a small aircraft. I don't need any instructions at this point. I'm gonna park here. Here we go. Okay, here we go. So let's make sure we have the handbrake on and we can turn off the aircraft. Batteries. This is also down. All these ones. Taxi nav. This one. Okay, so everything is off. We can leave the aircraft and stop the recording. I hope you enjoyed the flight. We are here at Madeira International Airport. Let's go to say hi to one of these guys. Don't need this anymore. Where is the W? Okay. We can walk around a little bit if we want. You can really go anywhere. Let's see what we can see here. Okay, I don't know if we can get into the airport. I am not sure. But we can try. And actually, I see containers, airline containers. So Wizz, it must be one of those budget airlines, European airlines. Wizz. I don't think we can get into the airport, but let's see. Now the simulator is set not to have too much traffic on the airport, any airport, and the reason is that if there is too much traffic, it's going to be hard on the GPU or the CPU, or one of the two. This one, I don't think you can get in. Anyway, we'll just walk around the corner and then I'm gonna stop the flight. That is another jet2.com, and there is another one. That A310, probably another, I mean, this is also probably from other simulators. Okay, here. Let's see, can we have a view here? Let's see, but we don't want to go over, right? Otherwise we're gonna get hurt. But we want to see the view. Okay. Okay, looks like the highway to arrivals with a view, another island over there. And this is one of those trucks that they pull or push the aircrafts. Okay, so we can leave the simulator and stop the flight, stop the recording.